my Panda Pals, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna talk about what happened on The Other Way, Season 7, Episode 18. So, buckle it up and let's go for a ride. Let's start things off with James and Tata. It's wedding day and Tata is getting her hair and makeup done and she's so super duper excited. She's always wanted a traditional Javanese wedding since she was born in Java, so she really can't wait to wear all of these traditional outfits and have a traditional ceremony.
Japanese wedding is so cool. I like the traditional food, decoration, clothes, and then the makeup.
She's with her sisters Angel and I'm just gonna call her D because I do not know how to pronounce it and I highly doubt that you pronounce it dice. Angel tells Dee that her meeting with James was super awkward and she still doesn't really know how to feel about him, so she's gonna just keep a close eye on him, and she asks Tata if she's happy, and Tata's like, yes, James makes her so happy. Which, if I'm being honest, I don't really believe because this entire season, James has been able to make Tata happy 0 times.
It's been really bothering me what James said about moving back to state. I don't want to think about that on my wedding day.
Tata does not really want to think about leaving her family again, especially now that her and Angel have been starting to get close. And she's hoping that this wedding will be so awesome that James is just gonna burn both of their passports and never talk about moving back to America again.
I hope everything goes well today. Maybe if it does, it will make him feel his home. And he better change his mind because I'm not going back.
James is at the venue, he's totally freaking out because he has no idea what is going on.
I still have no idea what I'm supposed to do here in this wedding. In America, the night before the wedding, you have a rehearsal dinner. Here in Indonesia, doesn't exist.
All of the wedding planning has been done by Tata and her parents in a language that he never bothered to learn, so he really can't contribute anything.
So I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm just hoping that I'm not gonna be left standing there looking like a fool.
He doesn't know their customs, the traditions, he doesn't know what he is and isn't supposed to do during the ceremony, and he's so worried because he does not want to fuck anything up. Because right now, Tata is still mad at him, her parents are still disappointed in him, and Angel still hates him.
I'm extremely stressed today, but I'm trying to keep a positive face on. I'm trying to make sure that I don't leave a bad impression with all of our family that's here.
James gets dressed in his traditional Javanese wedding outfit and then gets a first look at Tata in hers.
She looks incredible. Antennas and everything.
Listen, I get that he's trying to be funny, but I really wish he just said, "You look beautiful." Period. Like, calling it antennas makes me feel like he thinks it's just stupid.
I feel weird. There's no way to say it. I'm wearing a dress with a bucket on my head.
He always seems to be speaking so negatively about things that are part of her culture or her traditions, and honestly, it's getting kind of annoying.
I definitely feel a little bit uncomfortable and silly. My titties are out. Not a huge fan of that. Nipples flopping everywhere.
All of these outfits have a deep cultural significance. I mean, even the way that her hairline is painted is deeply symbolic. I just need him to, like, not give his 2 cents on everything. Just shut up.
But this is what I married into. This is the culture I'm now a part of. I'm going to embrace it.
Then embrace it, my guy. They walk down the aisle and James is super nervous and so uncomfortable. He's nervous because Tata is doing something with her hands and he's like, oh my god, am I supposed to be doing something with my hands? What the f is going on?
Tata is making a pose with her hands. I really have no idea if that's just something she was doing or if that's just the traditional pose. I have no idea.
And he's uncomfortable because he's wearing high heels. And by high heels, I mean he's wearing slides with a 1/2-inch heel.
And these high heels are like the most uncomfortable high heels you've ever worn.
Oh, really? These are the most uncomfortable high heels that anyone can be wearing? Really? James tells us he can hear Tata's parents crying and he knows how much this means to them, so he's really doing his best not to mess anything up.
I do love them, and we may not always agree on every single subject, but at the end of the day, like, they're my family. I want them to just be having such a beautiful time.
James and Tata begin the parental ceremony, and I am genuinely sad that James does not understand a single word that is being said because this ceremony is so beautiful. Like, thanking your parents for their sacrifice and for everything that they've done for you. Like, if there was anyone who really needed to learn how to be grateful for their parents, it is James.
Ibu, kini kami bersimpuh di pangkuanmu sebagai tanda bakti atas segala pengorbananmu. Mohon maaf bila kami selalu merepotkanmu.
The two sit down, they feed each other, and it symbolizes that they are one and everything they do together, which is such a beautiful sentiment.
In the US, we have a tradition where you feed each other a piece of cake. So in this situation, we have rice and vegetables. I was really hoping for cake.
For the love of all that is holy, can you not complain about one fucking thing? Just one fucking thing! The couple sit down with Angel and Dee, and it's a little awkward, but Angel actually apologizes to James.
I really want to apologize for everything that happened in the past, and I cannot control my...
They all hold hands, and Angel says that she wants to be happy together, and James tells her that of course he forgives her, and Angel tells us that she's still concerned about James, but this is gonna be a fresh start. So yeah, Angel is probably still going to end up hating him, but it's only gonna be because of the things that he does from this point on.
I just want to make sure you can take care of her, and then you're not gonna steal her from me forever.
No.
She's here and you are here.
You know, I feel like their chances of moving back to America are very, very high. Let's move on to Josh and Lily. Lily and Josh head out to dinner because Lily wants him to stop being a little baby bitch and apologize for being such a gaping asshole.
不认识到自己的错误，他永远认为他自己是对的，想跟他聊聊他面对自己的错误，我是觉得取消婚礼。
They sit down and Josh is like, oh, I'm definitely gonna need some tea. And then he just waits there for her to pour him a cup of tea. My guy, do you wipe your own ass after you take a dump, or do you sit there and wait for her to do it for ya? Genuine question.
Yesterday, it got a little intense, so I'm glad we took time to kind of think.
Clearly, you did not think hard enough because your first sentence was not an apology. Lily speaks through a translation app because she has a ton of shit to say to him. She starts off by saying that when Vivian was calling him out for being such a shitty husband, his defense was to start pointing out all of Lily's flaws. Then she's like, you are a pretty sensitive dude, aka you are a whiny bitch. And you often bully the people around you who love you the most, and that is no bueno. Josh hears this, he strokes his beard, and he says he totally understands.
I was excited to meet Vivian. She came right at me, and I became defensive. I wish I handled it differently. The important thing is, I moved here to be with you.
First of all, I did not hear you say sorry. Second, the moving to China was not the important part. It's what you do after you move that is.
Since I've been here, look at the growth that we have made together. We've learned to communicate. We're taking major steps that will make us stronger.
Is he for fucking real right now? We've learned to communicate? We're taking major steps that make us stronger? Are you on crack? Josh starts to cry, and he's like, I'm so grateful and I'm so in love with you. And Lily wipes away the single tear from his cheek, and she's like, thank you, baby.
大概只能听到40%听懂，但是我可以看他的表情，愿意面对自己的错误了，想我们彼此幸福下去，哎，我就觉得足够了。
Lily, you get the fuck out of here too. Josh asks if they're still having their wedding tomorrow, and sadly, Lily says yes.
It's a roller coaster since I've been here. Up and down, we love each other, we're upset with each other. The ceremony is sort of like our happy ending.
Lily's like, yeah, it will be, but we kind of have a problem.
Tomorrow wedding, still pay some money, but I have no money this month.
I know, money, Josh's favorite topic. Lily tells him that since she is lacking the funds this month, she thinks it's best to just cancel the wedding tomorrow.
我经济上确实紧张，要是监会说我经常提起钱，让他支付这个余款的话，他就会认为我又是想找有钱人了。
Girly, ain't nobody thinking that you married this man for his money. And if he ever said that, I will personally fly to China and kick him into the ocean.
I will try figuring out how to pay that remaining part. I have the money. We just have to transfer it to you.
Thank you, honey.
One question. Why wasn't Josh paying for a part of this wedding to begin with? Because it sounds like he's the reason they're having this wedding in the first place. It's finally wedding day, and they still haven't been able to pay for the remainder of the wedding. They're kind of hoping that the venue will just take some cash that Josh has on hand and then take the remainder of the payment on his credit card. But if that doesn't work, they don't have a plan B.
我又来想去试探一下架势，这个如果他会支付这笔钱呢，也会让我看到他的诚心了，他会对我们这段婚姻有一些关注度。
Lily, no, bad girl. We do not test our partners like that. That is awful. And also, you definitely have more than enough data to come to the conclusion that he is a piece of shit. They get to the venue and it is gorgeous. The owners come out, they tell her she still owes 70% of the payment, which is around $5,000 US. And Lily is like, cool. So if we can't pay for that 70%, can we just do the 30% of the wedding that we did pay for? And they're like, LOL, no, you crazy person.
He said, if we can't pay money, we have to cancel.
So they try to run Josh's card, and Lily tells us that if this payment does not go through, then they're gonna have to cancel the wedding, and she's gonna be so embarrassed.
我一定会失望跟失落，我担心我在我的家人和朋友面前无法交代。
Anyway, they try the payment, it doesn't go through, and we're just gonna have to wait until next week to see what happens. Let's end things with Corona and Ingi. Now, before I get into these two, I just want to say that it's really weird covering these two for me because I now know that they weren't actually dating when they were filming, so this is just all theater. I thought that they were dating during filming but then broke up right after, but no! So what we are watching is just a performance. And it feels weird covering them because anytime Ingi's like, yeah babe, I love you, and I'm like, do you? I now know he does not. But just in case there are a few of you who do not care that this is an act and you're like, I love drama, I don't care if it's fake, let me eat it up, let me feed you a tiny bite. If I don't get married, I'll die, like literally. That's weird. Okay, so I'm gonna go home because this is literally so stupid. I sent you 2 pictures of wedding rings. How could you not know I wanted to get married? I just assumed you weren't crazy. My bad. Now I know. Should I leave? Should I go? Should I leave? Should I go? And that, my Panda Pal, is all I have for you today. If you like this video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give this video a big fat thumbs up, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. I hope to see you for the next one, and as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!